in recognition that hiring such a large number of people after not having all the frontline staff that we should have had for the 14 years previously wouldn't be a small undertaking. It is a big thing. So money was provided to school districts. Most of the school districts utilized their share of the $50 million that spring to jumpstart their hiring. The Victoria School District was one of the ones that left some money on the shelf. Now, my understanding is that some of that money got used, eventually down the road, but it's a bit much to sort of hear a school district kind of lament the fact that they haven't been able to do recruitment when there was money front-end loaded and they didn't use it in the manner in which and in the time frame that it was intended to be used. There's consequences for that, and students are the ones that are bearing the brunt of those consequences.
Okay, Glenn, really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
That is Glenn Hansman, president of the BC Teachers Federation. As you heard, BC Teachers Federation asking why the Greater Victoria School Board, or district rather, lacks sufficient support staff for special needs students. At the same time, that some funds may have been left on the table to increase classroom resources. And for more on that now, we are joined by Mark Walsh. He is the Secretary-Treasurer of School District 61, and he joins me in studio this afternoon. Hello, Mark.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. So the school district, from what we understand from Glenn Hansman there from the BC Teachers Federation, school districts were given money to enhance classroom resources for the last couple of years. But according to the BCTF, it wasn't all spent here in Greater Victoria. So take us through the scenario there.
Yeah, so in the year immediately prior to the Classroom Enhancement Fund, which would have been the ultimate result of the final agreement between the provincial government and the teachers with respect to bringing back the collective agreement language, there was something called the Priority Measures Fund. And so what we did is we sat down with our local union and we determined where the funds should go. So we flexibly determined that there was a school that had a need, and so we would put more staffing or more supports or that kind of thing. And so we did have a few dollars. We had about $300,000 left over at the end of the year, and that was for two reasons. One, we are very careful when we budget what the average teacher salary cost is. And so, for instance, if we said it was going to be $90,000 and it came in at $92,000, then the government's not going to give us more money, and we've already spent those dollars. So we do look fairly conservatively on that number. And the second one is that certainly we have multiple halves of the school year, and so there's some hiring lags with respect to second semester that year. And so what happened was we had some money left over. What we did as a school district, though, is our superintendent and the president of our local union sat down and went through the same process. And so in 2018, we actually had those dollars plus the CEF funds to support our students in 2018. And so every one of those dollars was expended in the priority measures funds.
Okay, so at this point, all of that money has been spent.
That's the Priority Measures Fund, and I know that the letter that Mr. Hansman was talking about also was talking about some CEF funding and how the district perhaps didn't spend all the money that we were entitled to there, and that's simply inaccurate. And what I mean by that is, so when the CEF fund, the ministry said to school districts, how much is this going to be costing you to bring back the collective agreement language? And so, of course, what we did is we sat down and we said, okay, what is the maximum amount of money that this could cost us? Because, again, you don't want to underestimate because you might not see the money. So it's something like if you go to the bank and you're going to get pre-approved for a mortgage, you're not going to ask for less than you think the house is going to be. And if the house comes in cheaper, the bank doesn't give you those additional dollars. So that's why all of those funds weren't expended, to put it in very simple terms. So certainly we spent every dollar that we were applicable to spend with respect to teachers in the 2018, every year we do that.
And all of this is coming up this week because of the concerns that some parents have been raising about their children who do have special needs and need the services of educational assistance. And in some cases, there hasn't been enough educational assistance. How often have students been held home because of this issue lately?
Well, what I would say is that we share the concerns of the BCTF and we share the concerns of our parents and to be clear, this is not a practice, an often practice of this school district. Our board simply wouldn't accept that to be a practice. In fact, they've put in place essentially